Family, friends, and colleagues, this is Richard Solomon and Jackie Sonders, and we thought it would be helpful to discuss and explain further how a person can help another person eliminate playing I'm not okay, you're okay games, like the wooden leg, why not yes but, Harried and Rapo, and enable them to make a decision to change their life positions and become I'm okay, you're okay. So this then becomes episode 27, part 2. Now in episode 26, we explained the 4 I'm not okay, you're okay games, and we invite you to review those 4 I'm not okay, you're okay psychological games when you look at episode 26. Now on the screen over here, you can see the handout describing the 5 steps one can take to empower a friend to terminate playing the 4 self-defeating, non-productive, and hurtful I'm not okay, you're okay games. Now this is a handout that we will give you, and Jackie and I will, in a moment, explain how these steps can be implemented in our lives and how it can help others. So the step number 1 is simply listen to their story. Step number 2 is share your story. Step number 3 is gently remind the person you're trying to help that they need not retell their story to themselves and to everyone they encounter. Step number 4 is simply explain how you or people you know eliminated telling these not okay, you're okay stories. And the last step, number 5, is to support them as they tell a new and revised story.
I'm going to tell you a way that I helped someone who was playing the game of Harried. She was in the I'm not okay life position. And I'm calling this story decluttering. Number 1, step 1 to help her was listen to their story. I have a friend who loved to be social, but never wanted to reciprocate by inviting people to her home. She was married with 2 young children. She would say that she was so busy with numerous temple and PTA committees. She worked at the JCC and often drove her children to numerous after-school and weekend activities. One night, she asked me to babysit for a few hours because of an emergency. I couldn't believe all the mess in the kitchen and the clutter going up the stairs at her home. There was hardly any room to walk in the kids' bedrooms. She told me she was so overwhelmed that she often hid clutter in closets and cupboards. She felt so guilty. Number 2, share your story. I told her that I could identify with her situation as I also had children. I had 3 children and was working outside the home. Then I mentioned an article I read entitled Throwaway Thursdays. The author was in a very similar situation regarding clutter. She decided to tackle the situation in small parts, choosing one decluttering area to conquer each Thursday. I took her advice, and I found that not only did my clutter start to disappear, but often I found additional small periods of time during the week to work on particular areas. I actually felt like I was slowly working toward accomplishing my goal, and the best part was that I was no longer feeling guilty. I felt okay. Step 3, don't retell your story. I reminded her that there was no need to apologize or tell anyone about her current situation. She should just remember that she is making great headway towards her goal of having an uncluttered home. Small steps lead to the big picture. Step 4, to eliminate the I'm not okay feeling. I encouraged my friend to compare her decluttering achievements to her past situation. She could see that she was okay and now feeling much better all the time. Number 5, the step in how I was supporting her revised story. As her downstairs areas, the kitchen, the dining room, and the den, became ready for visitors, she was very proud of her accomplishments and was happily inviting neighbors over, including me, for coffee and or mahjong games. Her children enjoyed having reciprocal play dates. She loved being complimented as a wonderful hostess. She still had clutter areas to work on, but she truly felt that she was okay, just like everyone else.
Thank you, Jackie. Now here's my situation. Start with step 1. Listen to their story. I have several friends who have told me over and over again that they are incapable of finding a life partner for a variety of reasons. They tell me with certainty that they are over the hill, too old, don't know how to engage in a conversation with a possible life partner, etc. So I simply listen to them and share that I too once thought I was incapable of finding a loving, caring, intelligent, healthy, and independent life partner. But then, step 2, at the right time, I share my story of how I spent a year searching for a life partner with no success at all. And in step 3, gently remind them that they need not retell their story or script to themselves and to everyone they encounter, and that they need not come from the I'm not okay, you're okay life position. It just is not necessarily. And in step 4, explain how you or people you know have decided to eliminate telling their I'm not okay, you're okay stories to themselves and to whomever they meet. So one day I decided that I'm no longer going to play the wooden leg game, the psychological game. So instead of saying to myself that I'm not okay, even though I'm married to a woman who has Alzheimer's disease, I made a decision that I'm okay and whomever I decide to date is also okay. In addition, I deserve to find a life partner. Plus, I had the approval of my lovely, caring children. So I met Jackie at a social event and asked her to have dinner with me, Dutch treat, told her about my wife's condition, and Jackie miraculously agreed to go out for dinner with me, and the rest is history. So that happened to me. Step 5, support them as they tell their revised story. Let them know that they are okay and others are okay, and they can now begin to start and enjoy a new chapter in their life. Now, if you want a copy of this handout over here, you can email me at rdsolomonphd@gmail.com, or you can take a screenshot of this handout on my Facebook page. Now, we invite you to discuss this handout with your family, your friends, and your colleagues. And on the next episode, we will discuss 4 additional psychological games from a TA perspective, transactional analysis perspective, that are derived from the you're not okay, I'm okay position. Jackie and I want to thank you so much for watching and listening to our video series on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, and genuinely look forward to your company when we share our next video, number 28. Bye, and thank you so very much.